Please like and subscribe and click the link in description after watching this video for more secrets. Looking for some ways to help tire out your dog and keep them busy? If so, try adding more mental stimulation into their routine. Instead of just adding more physical exercise to your dog's routine, add in a few brain games. Mental stimulation enriches our dogs' lives by giving them something meaningful to do. And because these activities alleviate boredom, they decrease the likelihood of our dogs developing behavioral issues such as excessive chewing or barking. If you're looking for some easy ways to exercise your dog's brain, here's 10 ways to give your dog more mental stimulation. 1. Have your dog work for their food. Our dogs have it pretty easy when it comes to mealtime. Most of us just set their bowl down and let them go at it. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but it is a far cry from their natural scavenging habits. So if you want to add some more mental stimulation to your dog's routine, you can start with changing up their feeding routine. Instead of just handing over their food a few times a day, you can make a fun game out of it for your dog. My favorite method is using a food dispensing toy such as the Kong Wobbler or Bob-A-Lot. You place your dog's meals in the toy and they have to roll it around in order to get the food to come out of the hole. And yes, it can be a bit noisy, but it's well worth it when you see how satisfying it is for your dog. 2. Let your dog sniff and explore on walks. Getting to go for a walk is one of the most exciting parts of your dog's day. You can give them some more mental stimulation by letting them stop and sniff around some more. It's true that walking is great physical exercise, but for dogs it's also about exploration. Sure, you may have walked down your road a million times now, but that certainly doesn't mean there's not new and exciting smells for your dog to check out every day. And if you're not comfortable with letting your dog lead you around on walks, you can designate certain areas or times for free sniffing. Just teach your dog a cue such as "go sniff" and let them explore for a while. You'd be surprised at how much more tired dogs are after a walk that includes exploration and sensory enrichment, sniffing, rather than just walking a straight line. 3. Get your dog a puzzle toy. Puzzle toys are a nice and easy way to keep your dog busy and entertained. Interactive toys like puzzles help keep your dog focused on a task, and that added extra mental stimulation goes a long way. One extra 15-minute game a day can such a huge difference to your dog. It gives them something to focus on, and that extra meaning in their day helps when it comes to alleviating problem behaviors. Puzzle toys are great because they give your dog a chance to use some of their natural problem-solving abilities. And by keeping your dog engaged with interactive toys, you can help boost their confidence and tire them out mentally. Now keep in mind, not all puzzle toys are loved equally by all dogs. My dog prefers a frozen Kong stuffed with treats over puzzle toys that lay flat on the ground. A frozen Kong will keep her busy for 30+ minutes, while a puzzle toy usually lasts 2. So if you're not sure if your dog is into puzzles, I suggest making one out of a muffin tin and tennis balls to gauge their interest. 4. Teach your dog some new tricks. How many tricks does your dog know? Do they have a good "stay, come here and lay down"? Well, the good news is there's a lot more you can teach them that goes beyond the basics. With trick training, there's always more to add. Teaching your dog a new trick or command is great for mental stimulation, and it can be especially helpful with shy or fearful dogs. All that training will help boost your dog's confidence, and it strengthens the bond between dog and owner. Learning new commands can also help increase your dog's focus and impulse control, manners. One of my favorite tricks is weaving between legs. It looks really cool and impressive, but it was surprisingly one of the easiest tricks to teach. 5. Play some nose work games. One of my dog's favorite activities is some basic nose work games. Having your dog use their nose to find things is a really simple way to help them hone in their natural skills. And all that searching will provide your dog with a lot more mental stimulation in their daily routine. Our favorite game is "Go Find It." I'll chop up a carrot or two into small bits and hide them throughout the house. You can use any treat you like, but when you're first starting out, I recommend sticking to something smelly since it might take them a few tries to really get the hang of it. As you have your dog in a stay position, go hide some of those treats around the house. If you've never done any nose work games before, start with some easy spots and be sure to encourage your dog when he finds them. Keep it fun and exciting for them by praising them every time they find a treat. After they get the hang of it, you can start hiding them in harder to find spots, encouraging them to use their nose more and rely less on visuals. 6. Teach your dog the names of their toys. Does your dog know the names of their toys? My dog loves the Go Find It game, and we play it toys as well as treats. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love using treats, but if we use them all the time, my dog would probably end up overweight. The first step is making sure your dog knows the name of the item you're going to be hiding. If you're starting with a certain toy, I recommend sitting down with them and that toy, and in this case, let's say you're using Pink Bear. With Pink Bear on the ground in front of you, tell your dog, Pink Bear. As soon as they touch it or grab it, praise them like crazy. Now, once you've done this a few times, you can add in a different toy in addition to Pink Bear. Just be sure to go slowly to ensure that your dog knows exactly what Pink Bear is before you move on to another. So once your dog knows the name of a few items, you have them Go Find Pink Bear or Go Find Yellow Bird. 7. Play some free shaping games. The basic principle of shaping games is to encourage our dogs to try something new. By giving our dogs the chance to make their own decisions, we can increase their mental and physical flexibility. You start out with a box on the ground, and without any cues, let your dog investigate and decide what to do. Shaping can be used with any item, not just a box. 8. Make an obstacle course for your dog. Teaching your dog how to go through an obstacle course is a nice mental workout for them. And if you don't have any agility jumps or poles at home, don't worry, you can make your own, or just use some stuff in your house as alternatives. I'm not quite crafty enough to make my own agility course, so I opted for using alternatives at home. We use a blanket, some toys, and a few orange hazard cones I picked up at the local thrift store. Now my little course doesn't look anything like a professional one, but it's really useful in teaching my dog new tricks. You can teach your dog to go to your blanket, jump over this broomstick, or weave through cones. Whatever commands work with what you've got set up. And the benefit of putting these obstacles together like this is that it's a really big mental workout for your dog. You're not just asking them to do one thing, you're asking them to do one thing after another. 9. Engage in more interactive play with your dog. Our dogs love playing with us, and engaging in interactive play is one of the easiest ways to keep them mentally stimulated. And I know play seems awfully basic, but it's easy to underestimate just how important play is for our dogs. Recent studies have found that the more play a dog engages in, the less likely they are to suffer from behavioral issues. Interactive play is when you actively engage with your dog. Playing a game of tug or fetch is interactive play, and those sorts of games help tremendously when it comes to giving your dog more mental stimulation. And any of those fun games will help strengthen your bond. Tug is my favorite game to play because it's great physical exercise, it's a lot of fun, and it helps our dogs work on their impulse control. 10. Play the shell game with your dog. Do you know what the shell game is? It's a game where you hide a treat under one of 3 identical containers, and then you shuffle them around, letting the participant choose the correct container. To play the shell game with your dog, you let them watch as you place a treat under one of the cups. Shuffle them around and then encourage them to find the treat. The shell game will give your dog more mental stimulation, and it's an easy way to help them work on their problem-solving skills. How do you give your dog more mental stimulation? How do you give your dog mental exercise? Do you let your dog sniff and explore on walks? Do you play a lot of tug? Does your dog eat their meals out of a puzzle toy? Did I miss any of your favorite brain games for dogs? Please like and subscribe and click the link in description for more secrets.